We got some really bad news for Chud the Builder and his team of racist homies. They just lost one of their most vile, degenerate racists they had. This man, Jake Lang, was foot on pavement riding for Chud. It looks like he can't ride for Chud no more, man, because he got bigger problems to worry about.
Yes, everyone, we are checking back in with none other than Jake Lang. Now, last time we saw Jake Lang, he was in a jail cell in Tennessee. He was disrupting the court proceedings of the bond hearing of Dalton Etherly, aka Chud the Builder. Y'all saw that? Well, now he's been released and he is in Texas. He was one of the main agitators outside of the courthouse of the final proceedings of the Carmelo Anthony trial. Now, we all know that a couple days ago, he was found guilty of, deletion, if you will. And now he has been sentenced to 35 years in prison. Now, I have my thoughts about that, but I'll put that to the side for the purposes of this video. Now, Jake Lang, like I said in my thumbnail, must like being in jail. He was the main agitator outside the courthouse, like I said before, and he said some things that put him on the radar of the law enforcement there in Dallas. So,
bad boys, what you gonna do?
We're gonna talk about that, of course. Fair use to Poetic Flacco. The title of this video, really bad news for Chud team. Black inmates finally got revenge. Now, a lot of the stuff that he's going to talk about you can find on Jake Lang's X page. But since Poetic Flacco so eloquently put this information together, we're going to react to his video. Before I do, if you haven't done so already, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. If you want to further contribute to the channel, please hit that damn hype button down below to help me out in the algorithm. And of course, as always, to monetarily donate, hit the Cash App $sign Mr. Normie. So let's listen to Poetic Flacco tell us what is the goings on lately with our boy Jake Lang.
Jake Lang, who a lot of you guys know as being the man who went to the Chud bond hearing, acted a fool, got thrown in jail, and then cried for about 10 days while he was in jail about how he was being treated unfairly.
Now, y'all remember when he was put in jail, he was on his fingers. We had a representative talking for him on his X page talking about, he's not getting the kosher meals he wants because he's part of the small hat community, right? And how they were keeping him away from Chud. He couldn't talk to him and a whole bunch of, I guess, as he would put, funny business going on. Somebody called down there to check on him and all this kind of thing. So, he overblew it, I think.
Got released and got right back to the nonsense. He hopped on a flight and went to Texas to join in on the chaos going on outside of the Carmelo Anthony trial because he's a professional agitator. So he goes to the Carmelo Anthony trial and he purposefully goes in the middle of the pro-Carmelo Anthony supporters to disturb them and agitate them.
The black community refuses to call out the bad members.
Yes, of course, being the agitator that he is, being the social agitator, he is out there causing more division than there already is, of course, by saying his hateful rhetoric out there in the middle of these supporters.
You need to call out your murderous members of your communities. Whatever you talking about, I don't give a whatever you talking about, you know fuck you. Ship it out, man. Low impulse control. This is the reason why all this can't stop. This is a response. So more white people can jump on black people.
By the way, this guy, has he been in the military before? He wears that Marine patch. Now, I know that where that patch come from because I served with some guys in Iraq that was in the Marines that wore that patch. I forgot the unit. But in any case, you see how he's, man, all this stuff he's talking out here, that really had nothing to do with the Carmelo Anthony trial, but of course, because he's a racist, right? He's going to say all this stuff to get people all riled up. That's disgusting.
They're young people to have. This is a response that the black mothers in this community. This community does not teach people to respect personal boundaries. It does not teach people to talk with respect. And that's why Austin Metcalf said, because of your failure as black parents. Failures as black parents. Failures as black parents. Teaching the youth to kill. Failures to your community. Failures to your community. You will continue to perpetrate. You guys are continuing to perpetrate. Black on white violence is an epidemic rate. And it is because
for the most part, he pulled up with his per usual white supremacist talking points. He would have been fine if he would have just stuck to the white supremacist talking points because we know what he was doing, man. He pulls up agitate black people, take a 10 to 15 second clip of black folks responding to his agitation, post it online, and make them look bad. We know what the play is, right? They rinse and repeat at every tragedy.
Yes. Or as I would like to call, he frequently and habitually abuses his First Amendment rights. Now, I get it. You're free to say what you want, but again, you're not free from consequences sometimes. And you know what you're doing when you say these things. You're trying to elicit a response, sometimes a physical one, so that way you can, manipulate it and propagandize it. So, I'm sorry, Jake and Chud, to a lesser degree, now he's in jail, but he did the same thing. They both know what they're doing.
But he would have been fine if he would have just stuck to the normal white supremacist rhetoric that he's known to spew. But he took it a step further this time. His rhetoric got more hateful, got more angry, got more venomous. And this was not a smart idea for him because this caused a lot of trouble in his life.
Black supremacist bullshit. You guys are complicit in the murder of white people. Irina Zarusky, Henry Goldman, where's the justice? 400 years. Where's the justice? 400 years. Carmelo Anthony should be swinging from a tree outside.
Now, I'm going to run that back just a little bit. You might not be able to hear it clearly because everybody else is yelling and talking along with him and some over him. But he just said that some of y'all should be swinging from a tree. Okay? Where's my sound effect? Where is it?
Enemy spotted.
Run it back one more time, y'all. Listen closely.
To justice. Carmelo Anthony should be swinging from a tree outside this courthouse. Carmelo Anthony should be hanging outside this courthouse.
Oh, that's not surprising at
Bring this man up by one of these trees. He's a murderer. He's a murderer, racist.
That's the first strike. He began to say things like Carmelo Anthony should be hanging from one of these trees. That is not cool to say. Now, they're going to say it because, again, they feel like they're above the law. They feel like they can do whatever they want to do and there's nothing going to happen to them. Right? These people don't want equality. They want privilege. They want to be able to go from city to city, from state to state, antagonizing black people, threatening black people, and then getting away with it, which is why he's here. Now, this they gave him a pass for. And then he doubled down by leading a chair at another rally where he says, murder Carmelo Anthony. He starts a chant to murder Carmelo Anthony outside the courthouse.
Not settle for anything less than the death penalty. Kill Carmelo Anthony. Kill Carmelo Anthony.
Yo, that's some crazy stuff, man. Like, for real. I mean, I get it. You're agitated, but man, I mean, this guy's lucky he didn't get socked in the face out here, man. You had a whole bunch of black folks. The sentence he got. I wonder if he was out there when the sentencing happened, because it was a whole bunch. It was crazy out there after they found him guilty, and then after they found the sentencing, because they basically sentenced him right after they gave the verdict. I wonder if he was out there then saying that stuff. He probably would have got knocked out. So he probably did this before the sentencing. Man, this is nasty work.
That's not a threat. That's not a threat.
By the way, Carmelo Anthony, however you feel about him, he's still alive on this earth. That was a threat, is it not? Delete Carmelo Anthony? Okay.
Jake Lang even went as far to say that if the court system don't find Carmelo Anthony guilty, he would take it upon himself to murder Carmelo Anthony. That's when the family of Carmelo Anthony and their spokesperson step in and say, hold on. Now that's a step far. Okay, now you can have your opinion on Carmelo, but when you get to saying hang him from the tree, then you start a chant saying kill Carmelo Anthony, and then you say if he's not found guilty, you would take it into your own hands, you would murder him? That's when Carmelo Anthony and his family, well, the spokesperson, called for Jake Lang to be arrested for terroristic threats.
We even have saw the white nationalist Jake Lang out here and say insinuatory threats to the
incendiary
life of Carmelo Anthony, to hang from a tree, and even to allude that Carmelo Anthony should be shot in the head. Our organization asked that the Collin County District Attorney's Office, as well as the Sheriff Department.
Now, I have my thoughts about this individual right here, Dominic Alexander. But again, I put that to the side for the purpose of this video. He announces that Jake Lang was, again, hurling these very vile and dangerous threats at Carmelo Anthony. Yes, he is a convicted, felon at this point. and he was convicted to 35 years. But that does not give Jake Lang the right to say what he said. And for all intents and purposes, this man, Mr. Alexander, was right to tell law enforcement, hey, I think y'all need to take a look at this guy and what he said.
In the McKinney Police Department, open up a criminal investigation to those terroristic threats. There is no place for racism, bigotry, and white supremacy ideology in public.
I think the officer should have arrested him right then and there, because that's not free speech. Those are literal threats. But when Jake Lang found out there was an investigation on the way into him, he tried to get out of Dodge, bro. These people are y'all gotta really understand, bro. These people got a criminalistic mindset.
Oh, so the cops was on his ass. Oh, okay, yeah, let's go. Okay. And so he takes off because he don't want to go back to jail, right? Because he was just doing 10 days in Tennessee for trying to take up for his boy. Now he's over here in Texas, stirring the pot outside the courthouse. But he said too much. Now them Texas boys on his ass.
That same mindset they try to put on black people, no, they really have it, bro. This man is a professional criminal. He tried to hop on a plane to get out of Dodge. It didn't work. Because very soon after the investigation started, I mean, the evidence was in 4K. He said it, like word for word, 4K. I guess they just had to probably make sure that it was not altered. Well, he for sure said it. Well, the arrest warrant was put out. Now, when Jake Lang tried to escape out of Texas, they apprehended him.
You know, life is hard, but it's harder when you're stupid.
And they arrested him for terroristic threats. But they didn't just arrest him with a slap on the wrist. No, they came for him like they was coming for El Chapo. And the bond he got, I think the bond sent a message. I don't think the bond he got is a coincidence, and we'll talk about it shortly. But here is Jake Lang breaking down how they came for him.
By the way, we will talk about that bond in a minute because I looked it up and it's true, all right? And I would just tell y'all that what Chud got, Jake Lang got.
And how he feels like his arrest is unfair, of course. All right, they don't never do nothing wrong. Every time they do something, they get apprehended, they get arrested, is always the system is after them and it's everybody's fault but their own.
You know, ironically, some of these Caucasian agitators, when they get locked up, they lob the same claims that we lob when we get locked up. In my opinion, it's real when we do it. When they do it, they're just doing that because, of course, they want to get out of jail for free card. Because we don't get that, you know, but we lob the same complaint. The system's after me, they're treating me unfairly, I'm not getting X, Y, Z, which a lot of times that's happening. Okay, not every time, but a lot of times that is happening. But some of these people like Chud, like Jake, they go in here and they start crying because they don't want to be behind bars with some of them hard pipe hitting boards. Like, you remember what was that movie? Whatchamacallit? Pulp Fiction, when a man, Vic Raines said, I got some hard pipe hitting ninjas finna come for you. Yeah, he didn't want to be in there with them big black boys in jail, but
Here is Jake Lang complaining about how it's unfair and he ain't do nothing wrong after being arrested.
Hey guys, it's Jake Lang here.
This video right here is also on his X page, so that's the reference.
Dallas County Jail. They ripped me off the plane today. Dozens of officers treating me like El Chapo. They drove me through the tarmac. They've arrested me for a felony, what's called terroristic threat, simply because I said that if the jury did not find Carmelo Anthony guilty, that we the people will deal with justice.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Deal with justice. No. Say what you said, brother. You didn't say justice.
Ain't no fucking way.
You didn't say justice. You said deletion. You said swinging from a tree. No, it wasn't that light, brother. No, sir.
This is a classic case of lawfare used to squash a First Amendment protester like myself.
See, man, this First Amendment bullcrap, again, abusing the First Amendment, man. Just it's like in Talladega Nights, when nobody says, when he says, you know what, I can say anything I want as long as I say with all due respect.
What did you say? What was that?
Whoa, I said with all due respect.
No, that doesn't mean you get to say whatever you want to say to me.
Sure as heck does.
No, it doesn't mean that.
It's in the Geneva Convention.
No, man, you can't.
It's always the First Amendment with these people, man. They think the First Amendment protects them to do whatever they want to do, bro. Chud thinks he could call black folks the N-word, antagonize the conflict, and then shoot us and get away with it because it's his First Amendment right to apparently shoot black folks. This dude, Jake Lang, thinks it's his First Amendment rights to harass and threaten black people. He has such a disregard for black life that when they came that deep to pull him off the plane and arrest him, he couldn't even fathom why anybody would want to arrest him for threatening to murder a black child. He can't even fathom, huh? All I did was threaten to murder Carmelo Anthony. Why would y'all arrest me for that? He can't even begin to fathom exactly why he's been arrested. Sir, you cannot threaten to murder people. You can't make credible threats, and you especially can't do this outside of a courthouse where tensions are already high. They're trying to stop riots. They're trying to stop mobs. And you're doing this? Bro, you're raising their temperature too high. You gotta go. Now, Jake Lang, in his message from jail, one, he admits he said it because he said, all I said was if the court don't do it, we're going to take justice in our own hands. You can't do that. And then secondly, yeah, like he speaks as if he's a victim. Watch how he explains the situation. Not once did he say, man, bruh, my fault, folks. Maybe I did too. No, he's speaking as if he's the victim, as if like there's this grand conspiracy against him. These people, including Chuck, they're absolutely delusional. They're perpetual victims. They lack accountability across the board.
We had a press conference, an LED truck, speaker system, everything for our 6:30 press conference event outside the Carmelo Anthony murder trial to celebrate justice being done in this case and call out the rest of the American people to stand with us before another Rita Zarewski and another Austin Metcalf happens to make real change. And they shut down my voice. They arrested me. They're holding me here, probably on an exorbitant bond. I'm going to see the judge in the morning. So please, guys, go to my Gift and Go account, donate some money to help me get out of here. I'll be stuck here for months in solitary confinement if I don't make bond. This is two-tiered persecution against...
This call will be terminated in 2 minutes.
...the white people of this world. We are under attack, and...
Man, they're really using every means to just... I wonder who's paying this guy. Who's paying Chud to do this kind of stuff? Just be, social experiments for the black community. Just see how far can we take it before something happens, right? I mean, yeah, there's always going to be people and races and things like that, but Jake Lang is taking, people like him and Chud are taking this stuff to the extreme, man. Then when something happens, they start crying, oh, they're suppressing my First Amendment right. No, you're actually trying to suppress our right to respond to what you're saying, right?
What they're doing to me, they want to do to all of us. I'm just at the forefront here. The lawfare and the weaponized...
Now he's a pioneer, huh?
...that want to destroy us all. We cannot allow it to happen. If they do this to me, they can do it to you.
To anybody, right?
We can't allow our good brothers like Chud, myself, and
good brothers
to rot away in prison. Let's get me and my brothers home. God bless you guys. Thank you so much. I love you. And keep the faith. This fight is in the Lord's hands.
God bless. Oh, the Lord's hands.
I'm starting to think this is the new play, man. I'm starting to think this is the new method. You go around, you start trouble, you get arrested, you start a Gift and Go, get a lot of money, get out of jail, fight the little petty case. But I think he thought this would have been just a little petty case. I think he thought that this would have been like a case that he could probably,
Nah, he actually thought he wasn't going to get, like you said before, he actually thought he wasn't going to get arrested at all. He thought he was going to be out here to spew all this hatred and all this BS and then hop on a plane and go back to wherever his home is or go to the next rally, the next confrontation, the next case or whatever and start some more stuff. That's what he thought. He didn't think Texas was going to be on his back like that, right? But now he's in jail. Now he's got another fight. Now he's getting propagandized this, like I said before, and turned into a whole campaign.
A little slap on the wrist, a little misdemeanor, bond about $20,000. Y'all all donate my Gift and Go. I raise about $100,000, pay $20,000 towards the bond. Like take a plea deal, do probation, never. No. Them folks said, we send a message to this fool. He is not raising enough money to get out. It's not happening, bruh. You know why? And I don't think this is a coincidence at all. Chud the Builder and Jake Lang got identical bonds. They gave Jake Lang $1 million bond. And I don't think that's a coincidence at all. I think they're sending a message to Jake Lang, Chud the Builder, and that entire team of racists who feels like they can go out and harass black people. I think even like the dominant society, the people at the top, I feel like even they're like, hey, bruh, we hate black people too, but y'all doing too much, bruh. This is his mugshot, by the way. Come on,
yes,
bro.
sir.
This is an absolute degenerate. Now, listen, I have no proof that he's on drugs. This man don't look like he's sober right now, bro. He looks like he's not in his right state of mind. But, after about a day in jail, now this dude is a grifter, so I'm taking.
Let's read this together, y'all. Jake has been attacked by a group of all-black prison guards in the Dallas County Jail. You can literally see them manhandling him in this mugshot photo. They haven't given him a bed yet, and he slept on the concrete floor last night. The guards are retaliating against Jake Lang because of Carmelo Anthony conviction. No, they are retaliating against you because you are an asshole.
Bitch, ain't no way.
Yes.
Ain't no fucking way.
That's why they are retaliating against you, okay? Not because you're a jerk. That's why. And you, like Flacco said, you're kind of overdoing the whole race bit, okay? Yeah, there are people out there. There's all people out there that don't like black people, but they're not out in the front like you are, just, making it overly plain and just kind of over, playing it or, acting like like you can just be overly like racist like that and nothing's gonna happen to you, okay? I mean, it's not the 60s no more, all right?
This with a grain of salt. But after a day in jail, man, he came to the timeline to let us know that, the brothers in jail, man, gave him a little bit of straightening,
Hey, Flacco, where you learn that name straightening from, man? I'm from Alabama. Like, you don't, I don't hear people from the South talking about straightening. What you know about somebody getting some straightening?
They gave him a little bit of straightening. They served some justice, man, all right? Jake Lane took the timeline to say, Jake has been attacked by a group of all-black prison guards in the Dallas County Jail. It looked like them good brothers gave him a little bit of straightening, man. Hey, listen, man,
Maybe he might got some stick time.
We disavow all violence against all people, of course.
Of course.
All right, YouTube, I condemn all violence, YouTube.
Already.
I disavow this. How dare they put hands on that white man? I heard them brothers just had to establish a little bit of respect, all right? Just a little bit of respect.
Yeah, they just a little bit of discipline. That's all. They just, excuse me, sir. You what did you say? Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Needed to be established, man. All right, they ain't hurt him too bad. Right? They just gave him a little bit of straightening.
Straightening.
How come? I'm so confused, yo. How come y'all have all this caucasity and audacity in the real world when police officers is outside and they on the corners? Oh, you is bold, you is loud, you is throwing up murder this, y'all this, N-word this, and you behind a group of 10 sheriffs. But when you in prison, man, these don't work no more. This don't work no more, man. Oh, you let them brothers give you a little bit of straightening and you took it? I disavow this, man. I don't like violence. There's no excuse for violence ever. All right, now he goes, you can literally see them manhandling him in this mugshot photo. They haven't given him a bed yet, and he slept on the concrete floor last night. The guards are retaliating against Jake because of the Carmelo Anthony conviction. Hey, man, it sounds like the brothers just giving a little bit of straightening, bro. Why you crying, man? Why you crying, man? Listen, now, do I feel bad? I don't feel bad, not one bit, all right? We disavow violence here, but I don't feel bad for this dude at all. At all. All right, this dude has been out here disparaging black folks, all right, attacking us, lying on us, harassing us.
Already.
You don't know if you was out here harassing one of them guards' mama. You don't know if you was out here harassing, berating one of those guards' girlfriend or wife or daughter. You don't know if you was out here harassing one of their brothers. See, that's the thing. When you deal in hatred, you don't know who you're harassing. You don't know what people do for a living. You don't know when you're gonna run across these people. You might have thought you could have came in, get your 10, 15-second clip off, go back to your dungeon. You could not have expected you would have had to run into these men at some point. When you was harassing their wives and their girlfriends and their daughters, you probably didn't expect you would have had to deal with them in their world.
Run up on somebody.
And now they just giving you a little bit of what you've been asking. You said that it's impossible for us to get along. You said harmony is impossible. You don't want to live in harmony. You said that. So now they're just giving you what that reality is, man.
There you go.
Oh, he back to crying, folks. So he goes, Jake is being moved to an unknown location. His life is in extreme danger, and they're trying to disappear him from the public. He's being treated worse than murderers.
Okay, here we go.
So he goes, right, and I guess this is like how inmates communicate with like each other's. So he goes, I can't believe they have me back in solitary hellhole. I only get out of this cell 3 hours a week. So like he goes, complete solitary confinement and $1 million bond.
A $1 million bond. Let's go. Now, let's see here. Complete solitary confinement and a $1 million bond, all because I jokingly said that I would carry out capital punishment on Carmelo Anthony. He literally deleted a child at a track meet with a knife and admitted to the police on scene, it is not alleged, I did it. And his bond was only $250,000. This grotesque two-tier justice system. In fact, there were literally Black Panthers outside the courthouse telling me if the sheriffs weren't here, they'd hang Jake from a tree and threatened to push one of my supporters in a wheelchair into traffic. Okay. We cannot have this egregious differential on how people are treated in the justice system just because I'm white. We have a 14th Amendment to equal treatment under the law. The normal bond for a T-threat charge is $10,000 to $50,000. My bond was set at 100 times higher than average rate. Let that sink in for a minute. Because I'm white, my bond is 100 times more. No, again, like Flacco said, they're trying to send a message. You people are, we understand that, again, there are people out there that hate black folks, but you are overplaying it. And to me, they're getting tired of it. So they're setting a precedence for people like you. So yeah, a milli.
Because I jokingly said that I would carry out the capital punishment on Carmelo Anthony. Yeah, you can't say that. Okay? You cannot say that. He goes, this is a two-tier justice system. It's not. My bond was set 100 times higher than the average rate. See, man, this is where you go wrong. Y'all get the pocket watching other people, man. Their blessing ain't your blessing, man. All right? You know, you walk a different path. Y'all always me to it. Man, how come he got this and I don't got it? Huh? Nah, right. Well, y'all got all that white privilege. We never asked, man, how come he got all that white privilege and like I can't enjoy some of that white privilege too, man? Y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think? But do y'all feel bad for Jake Lang? Do y'all feel bad that Jake Lang is back in prison in solitary confinement? Let me know in the comment section, okay? All right, if you're still watching this video.
All right, if you're still here, thank you very, very much. Jake Lang back in prison. Let's see what else he said real quick. Let's finish this off because he said some more stuff. Or is that, okay, here we go. Terroristic threat, or is it the same thing twice? Let me see. Okay, maybe it was the same thing twice because he said a bunch of stuff. Okay, yeah. Okay, got it. Anyway, y'all got it, right? Flacco reporting from his chair like me, telling y'all what's going on with Jake. I'm happy for him. And with that being said, thank you for attending another episode of Armchair Anchorman. I'm just a normie here in a chair trying to give you the news in front of a webcam. Let me know what you think about Jake Lang going back to jail once again and having that bond set to $1 million for threats against the Carmelo family for the vile things he said about black folks in general out there being an agitator. People are tired of it, and I am too. Let me know what you think about it down in the comment section. And please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell will be out of the door. And Jake Lang, if you're listening, reality checks are free. See you next time.